Sustainability is very important in our life because we do something today does not necessarily mean that we're going to have that same success going forward a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now. Hey guys, welcome back to the Man of War channel. First and foremost, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making Redefining the 21st Century Man #1 new release in multiple categories and #2 on the bestseller list. Man, you guys killed it. Thank you so much. I'm completely humbled and blown away. All right, today I want to talk about a very, very specific subject, something that I felt last night. Last night as I put my head on the pillow, my gut was kind of clenched, right? I was in this terrible mood. Why? Well, because my Florida Panthers got their ass kicked by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, keep in mind, I've been a hockey fan for many years, but Florida Panthers have been a team that have pretty much stabbed you in the heart when it came to playoff times. Now, this particular year, and it doesn't matter if you're a hockey fan or not, but there's something very powerful about this story. This particular year, the Florida Panthers won the President's Trophy, best record in the entire league. And they were a team on fire. I mean, basically, they were scoring 4 or 5 goals per game, and it was just an incredible sight to see. As a matter of fact, probably one of the best hockey teams that I have ever seen. Come playoff time, it was in a different story altogether. And I want to talk to you about sustainability, being able to sustain your drive, your focus, even through the difficult times in life. Now, the Panthers went into the playoffs being definitely the favorite. Tampa Bay Lightning has been a championship team over and over again. Now, bottom line is that once the Panthers hit the playoffs, you started seeing them lose some of that momentum against the Washington Capitals. You started to see that, they were a little bit vulnerable. They were a team that consistently was coming back, right? And in the playoffs, if you know anything about sports, teams that are constantly coming back and that don't dominate from the get-go, those teams typically don't fare very well in the playoffs. So, sustainability, we saw that the Panthers were not able to sustain the same type of energy and the same type of dominance in the regular season, that they had in the regular season into the playoffs. They were not able to bring that. And you saw the Tampa Bay Lightning completely stab them in the heart. They lost 4 games in a row, completely swept. The Panthers had never lost 4 games in a row this year. And they only scored, I believe, 3 goals during those 4 games. Keep in mind that the Panthers typically would score 4 or 5 goals. Their energy, their mindset, people say, yeah, the goaltending was spectacular. I agree, it was, but not to shut down a team like that for 4 games. That's just not, it wasn't that. The team was not clicking. Their energy wasn't there. Their mindset wasn't there. There were so many different parts to this. I believe truly that also a psychological perspective was huge in there because Tampa Bay is the team that has always kicked their ass in the playoffs. And the second that you saw them go against this team in the playoffs, you saw a change in their demeanor. You just almost saw them kind of wimp out. And they weren't able to sustain that drive throughout. So bottom line is that they unfortunately cowered down and lost big time in the playoffs. Now, I say this. Sustainability is very important in our life because we do something today does not necessarily mean that we're going to have that same success going forward a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now. All right, a lot of men live in that past tense. They already did, they already done that. They've already been there. But when it comes to reality is that if they don't sustain that energy, that drive, that power, that pushes them through in those difficult times and those great times when they were successful, they don't have that sustainability today. It doesn't sustain, right? It dies off. You become a different person. You become a weaker person. You become a person that's constantly struggling and just can't get out of that world. So I am going to encourage you that the most important thing that you have in life is to be a marathon runner, to have that stamina throughout life, right? To go for the long term, to be able to carry this energy with you time in and time out. And how do we do that? I'm going to tell you. You need to take brackets of your life, segments of your life, and push yourself, challenge yourself, keep yourself on the edge. And if you can do that, more often than not, you're going to stay with that same type of level, right, of energy, that consistency, that sustainability is going to be there. Do not let yourself fall apart. Do not let yourself get comfortable and complacent, because ultimately what's going to happen is this. You saw it with the Panthers, and you see it with people in life. When the shit hits the fan and they need to step up, they fail to do so. Don't be someone yesterday, be someone today. All right, my brother, if you're enjoying this content about the warrior lifestyle, what I'm going to ask you to do is this. Smash that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And I also want you to run and watch this video. Very powerful what you're going to learn from it. And I believe it'll start helping you walk that warrior's path. Until next time, God bless.